Free?
Yeah. Free.
Okay.
Remember 106 in Park, AJ and Free?
I'm
a great show, mate, on BET.
Oh yeah, right. British Entertainment Television.
Yeah. It's like, these characters don't know what BET is. Are you kidding? They've never heard of it.
Going down my mate's flat to watch a bit of BET later.
British Entertainment Television, Channel 4. Yeah, love it, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great, mate. You've been well, yeah? Been all right, then?
Yeah, been well, yeah. Just excited
right,
with you. You've got a good turnover now. It's
That's
nice.
right, yeah.
Wait, you know Blake as well?
Yeah, of course, yeah, no, Blake, yeah. Oh,
we went to university, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Wexy.
Yeah,
Wexy's a bit younger than me, but he's still all right.
Come on,
yeah.
Wexy.
Tidbit.
Hey, sexy.
Yeah.
Wexy.
All right. Told you that in confidence, mate.
He's on the Wexy. Wexy is our boy. Yay.
Yeah, they used to call him Blaza. All right, Blaza.
Oh, you can't say that. No, that was the old me, mate.
Blaza and Gaza.
Call me Blaza no more.
Gaza.
Gaza and Blaza today on the Daily Zeitgeist, innit?
The Zaza.
Zaza Gabor. Zaza Gabor.
Oh, Zaza Gabor.
The Gabors are here. Come on, we got Zaza. The Gabors. A gang called the Gabors. Come on, Gaza with the Gabors.
Fuck me, the Gabors are here.
You fuck with the wrong group.
Oh, shit, mate. The ops is here. Oh, yeah, my ops is here. The Gabors just bloody pulled up.
Great. Close your tab. The Gabors just rolled in.
Should I glass them again? I got my pint glass here. It's empty.
Leave them be, mate. It's the Gabors.
Oh, glass you fucker.
No!
Have you ever, you ever seen somebody get hit with a pint glass for fun?
Dude,
it's
multiple
really violent.
times.
Yeah.
They're harder than you think. I've never been hit by one, but like those are...
Calling it getting glassed is like...
So, like, just terrible to be that comfortable with that happening where you call it glass.
It's like a hammer.
Yeah,
you might as well be using a hammer.
I got glossed.
You got
glossed, mate.
proper glossed.
Proper
the bloody
glossed.
Gabors showed up.
They Gabor him right in the temple, mate.
Alan Tipper Gabor.
Al Tipper Gabor. Al Tipper Gabor. Al Tipper Gabor to Tipper Gabor. At the footy. The hell's happening?
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
Gabor don't like them. Fuck the Tottenham. Fuck the Tottenham. All right, mate. Here we go. What the fuck am I even doing here?
This is going to be such a bad listen.
This is an iHeart podcast.
I'm Jorge Ramos.
And I'm Paula Ramos.
Together we're launching The Moment, a new podcast about what it means to live through a time as uncertain as this one.
We sit down with politicians, artists, and activists to bring you depth and analysis from a unique Latino perspective.
The Moment is a space for the conversations we've been having as father and daughter for years.
Listen to The Moment with Jorge Ramos and Paula Ramos on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's important that we just reassure people that they're not alone and there is help out there.
The Good Stuff Podcast Season 2 takes a deep look into One Tribe Foundation, a nonprofit fighting suicide in the veteran community. September is National Suicide Prevention Month, so join hosts Jacob and Ashley Schick as they bring you to the front lines of One Tribe's mission.
One Tribe saved my life twice.
Welcome to Season 2 of The Good Stuff.
Listen to the Good Stuff Podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Football is back. That's right. The new NFL season is here, and you should be listening to NFL Daily as we march along to Super Bowl 60. It's in the name, NFL Daily, so you'll have fresh content in your feed all season long. Join me, Greg Rosenthal, and an all-star cast of co-hosts for previews and recaps of every single game. NFL Daily will keep you up to date with everything you need to know so you can sound smarter than all your friends. Listen to NFL Daily on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Toyota, the official automotive partner of the NFL. Visit toyota.com/NFL now to learn more. The Super Secret Bestie Club podcast season 4 is here.
And we're locked in.
That means more juicy chisme,
terrible love advice,
evil spells to cast on your ex.
No, we're not doing that this season.
Oh, well, this season we're leveling up.
Each episode will feature a special bestie, and you're not going to want to miss it. My name is Curly.
And I'm Maya.
Get in here!
Listen to the Super Secret Bestie Club on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hello, the internet, and welcome to season 406, episode 3 of the Daily Zeitgeist production of iHeartRadio. This is a podcast where we take a deep dive into America's shared fucking consciousness. And guess what? It's September 17th. And you say, what national holiday is that? It's National Professional House Cleaners Day. National Monte Cristo sandwich. I love a fucking Monte Cristo. Deep fried fucking sandwich with powdered sugar on top? Yes. National Apple Dumpling Day. And ironically, Constitution Day and Citizenship Day, while those things are being basically ripped apart and also
it's
made
the last one,
mockery
the final
of.
one.
Yeah, the final Citizenship Day. Here we are. My name is Miles Gray, aka Hush That Fuss. Miles shit his pants at the back of the bus. Gonna hang them up so they form a crust. We the type of people make the club get stung. Again, that was for people who are just tuning in. We were talking about how people put their jeans in the freezer to clean them rather than washing them. And then I just talk about how I shit my jeans all the time. It's whatever. Doesn't even really matter. Anyway, I'm thrilled to be joined today by my guest co-host. You see, you're hearing me because Jack had to go do something, and which means I had to assemble some kind of weird crew. And I said, get Wexler here now. That's not a great intro, but guess what? My co-host is the one and only Blake Wexler!
Hey, this is Blake Wexler, a.k.a. Oh, alma mater, dear thy name. We praise our voices, love inspired to thee we raise. And we will cherish the days to come and think lovingly of Emerson.
The fuck?
That is apparently the song of my alma mater, Emerson College, and the alma mater of our goddamn guest as well, if I can cuss.
Wait, really? You guys went to the same school?
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Because we're
Holy
power
shit.
brokers. And
well,
that's
guess
where
what?
Power brokers go.
Our guest today is a fucking power broker.
We went to the Ted Sarando School of
Let me fucking finish!
Sorry.
God. I'm hosting today, Blake.
Shit,
Let me
this
do
is
this.
not a good working environment.
I never get to
just so
fucking
you know.
do this. I don't care because I want to introduce our guest today. He is a fantastic gentleman, a scholar, a podcaster. You may have heard of his wildly fantastic podcast, The Dollop. Okay? Maybe you've seen him do stand-up. Maybe you heard him on other shows like this one, maybe once or twice, or Will You Accept This Rose a bunch of times, or just fucking everywhere because the man's funny. Okay? And he likes a bit of an accent as well. Please welcome to the microphone, Mr. Gareth Reynolds!
Thank you. Doing a lot of podcasts is not a barometer for being funny. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. Well,
10 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, my mom was like, well, you do so many podcasts, you must be funny. And I'm like, right?
Used to
right?
be, yeah. That used to be the way. I
I
have so many podcasts now that people are like, are you, what? What's going on?
You okay?
Yeah. It is a problem. I agree, though.
People don't know. I might be doing a couple more shows too in the coming future, and I don't want people to be like, "Are you okay?" And then I get to say, "Well, my house fucking burned down, so no."
Yeah, my house burned down when I was in high school, and what an excuse for everything. It was just for 4 or 5 years. I'd be like, "Sorry,
Wait,
did your house burn down?" Because that's what I dealt with. So
your house burned down in high school?
Yeah.
Oh shit! How?
Not fully, but mostly.
Sorry, I was playing with firecrackers on the side of the house, and I burned the door.
It was Wisconsin. It was how you got a new house.
I had you both beat. My dad got sick in high school, so I was just like, "Oh yeah, sorry, I have a sick dad. He ended up living, but barely." So and I remember telling someone that.
What kind of show is this?
And she goes, "Oh yeah, well my house burnt down," and I'm like, "That's not the fucking game we're playing here. Because you're gonna lose." Yeah.
You didn't like that?
I will say on behalf of Miles and I, since your dad pulled through, I do think we win.
Have a seat.
Yeah.
Well, what's a dead house versus a barely living?
He lived.
What's the currency exchange?
How was his rebound? Was he okay?
I would say it wasn't. I mean, he's fine. There's such two ways I could take this, or I could lie.
Aren't there?
You want to do the on-air version, Blake? We're recording, my guy.
My dad's fine. I'm going to co-host a podcast with him coming up. It's called Failing Sideways with the Wexlers, and it's me and Larry. Yeah, no, he's doing great. He's alive, and
Larry's
you're right. I'm
great.
sorry to hear about your home.
Miles wins.
Yeah, I win. Thank you. Any other questions?
Congrats,
Didn't
Miles.
think so. I also had Osgood Schlatters when I was 14.
Ooh, bumpy knees.
Yeah. Gareth, it's great to have you, man. Always good to see you. Always good to have a bit of a laugh with you as well.
A bit of a giggle.
Yeah, a bit of a giggle as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, wait, let me say I've got my new 18th podcast called Next We Have, which everyone must go listen to.
Ooh, what's that about?
What is it about?
It's about an hour. No, it's basically it's like a lot of games with people. We do weird interviews. It's like 3 to 4 segments a show that are just kind of hodgepodge, potpourri, random, but it keeps the attention span. I mean, it's like scrolling, but on a podcast.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
When's it come out?
That.
It's out?
It's out, Blake, so I don't know.
So, Blake, I'm just going through here. I don't see any of our names here. I don't know.
I'm not seeing any press.
It's new. There's not a lot of press. I'm breaking the news.
When does it come out? What days?
Fridays.
Great.
Nice try. Nice try.
You thought I was trying to trick you?
You almost got me.
Rachel Bilson.
Kid.
She went to my high school.
Yeah, Rachel
Boys,
Bilson.
Ann Arden. Wow, Bobby Leaf. Fantastic Four Milk. Brooks Wheelan. Okay, you got friggin' Dave Anthony, Scott Ackerman, Brendan Lee Mulligan for you D20 dropout heads out there. Wow. Oh,
Bobby
Reka
Lee and I touch penis
also
repeatedly. Who? Yeah, Reka, great.
Yeah, man. Dropout's got some they got some talent
Dropout's
over there.
the spot.
They got it. I mean, I'm like, God.
I know.
Heard you guys are making money over there, huh?
I know.
Sounds
It's
pretty
always
good to me.
It's always a shame where I remember Barry Katz, who the manager who sounds like he's on nitrous.
Who repped and was fired by every comedian who's ever.
Yeah, he's repped every comedian.
Yeah.
I remember literally 20 years ago, I was doing this prank show in New York, and he represented someone, and we were in the back of the car, and he was like, "You have to start a podcast." And I was just like, "What?" And he was like, "You got it?" And I was like, "All right, man." And then it was 10 years later, I was like, God damn, he was so right. I just the doubt's been around for a while, but I was like, wow, he really, he did see that
spooky guy was onto something.
Spooky guy.
Oh man, he looks spooky. I'm just looking at his pictures. He
he's
looks like
spooky.
He looks like the most fashionable White Walker.
He's a haunting.
That's a nice compliment.
That is, that's a great way.
Does that make sense? If I say that, he looks like a White Walker with his shit together.
He could get a job, like a VP.
Is it this guy right
vice president?
He looks like a White Lives Matter Walker.
Yeah.
No, he is. He's represented everyone.
Wow. Except for me. It's probably I'm not doing.
Not me either.
Probably I'm not doing so
me
hot.
neither.
He was the guy who made Dane Cook large.
Mm-hmm. Really? Did he invent the super finger too?
No, stop.
No.
That
was Thomas Edison created that.
Dude, remember that?
Yeah.
Did you ever do the super finger earnestly?
No.
Dude, I tried to, and that's what burnt my house down. Is the force,
Yeah,
the force of the super finger. Yeah, no.
You can only do it on the night Dane has a show. Otherwise, you do get a curse.
Yeah,
and then insurance will not cover that.
And then you date someone of a questionable age. Okay, so
sorry, the America I like. You can groom at 15 and bang at 18. That's allowed. Thank you, everybody.
Jesus Christ, we're back, aren't we? All right. Well, Gareth, we're going to get to know you even better. But first, we're just going to take a trip down the dock here to let people know what we're going to talk about. Trump wants you to think fentanyl will make you a spooky blue ghost, according to these new PSAs. They're not quite on the Aronofsky level of the meth ads from the aughts, if you remember those, that the Montana meth ads that were jarring.
Yeah.
These are they're like an old grandpa's dare lecture about drugs.
Yeah, right.
It's okay, fool, this isn't resonating with me generationally. We'll talk about that. We'll look at one or maybe two of those. We'll also just catch up with the Attorney General. Pam Bondi's just making up laws now. In the wake of that thing that happened in Utah with that guy, there's been a huge uptick in authoritarian talk of jailing people who are speaking ill of said guy. And she's now just being there's hate speech and there's hater speech. And being a hater is also hate speech, which is also not free. Well, it's very convoluted.
So she can't make laws. That's not part of her jurisdiction.
I mean, honestly, it's kind of like a choose your own adventure. I think when you work in this administration, like you can kind of be like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can do this until you know
no one's going to say anything.
No one's going to say anything. The courts will back me. So why not? Why don't I call this Tuesday is actually Bruce Day? And that's now ordained. That's not a good joke. And then we're going to talk about social media companies. Like also just like the amount of graphic, violent content that's on social media now. I was mentioning this last week. I'm like, we're at peak just watching awful shit on our phones for some reason.
With no warning.
No warning at all. And I think it's got to do with these algorithms and the oligarchs who control all of our fucking social media channels.
It's the algorithm.
The
Olive Garden.
Exactly.
The Olive Garden, thank you.
When you're here, you're fucked.
My God. That Olga's got rhythm, doesn't she? All right. Let's get into it. Gareth, what's something from your search history that's revealing about who you are, what you're into right now?
You know, you know when sometimes you'll be on like you'll be watching something on Instagram or like TikTok from a random, and then it'll scroll, refresh, and then you're like, where'd it go? My thing.
I liked
it. What was the account? So I saw this thing about a guy breaking the record for running backwards in high heels. It was like the most feel-goody,
wow.
It felt like how the news used to end itself. Like we'd be like, and also a man broke the record.
Right.
And so I searched that this morning and watched that and actually was like, see, good things are still happening. Because he's flying backwards in his high heels. And yes, a man had to do it, ladies. I know you're sorry.
This guy's fucking legs.
His legs are, dare I say,
holy
perfect.
shit.
All right,
this guy's
hold on. Let me see them. Oh, those are nothing. Those are nothing.
Stop. You got to see this. Look at those.
Oh my God. This motherfucker is cooking. Also, can he play cornerback or free safety?
Only in heels.
Only in heels and going backwards.
Yeah.
He's like, I will have, I don't know.
And then he does do that. He takes them off right away. He's like, that hurt.
Yeah, I can't wear these for another
if he takes
second.
them off and he just blows them like a smoking gun barrel. Like, yeah, baby.
He's got his heel holsters on his hips.
Yeah,
Wait,
so that was my favorite search of recent.
So the record was 100 meters in 16.5 seconds. The last one was 20.
It's a joke.
Damn.
It's a joke.
I think I could do it. Do you think you can do this?
Nothing.
I would love to see you start to pursue the record.
Backwards high heel sprinting?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Bro, I might have to come for this guy's record.
I would love that.
Now, could you engineer the high heel to wear it facing the way that you're going? Or is that against? Does it
No,
you know what I'm saying?
No, you can't do that.
You can't. Okay.
I think it's fine because if you really think about it,
no, absolutely not.
You just stay on your toes the whole time.
No, I'd like you guys to actually look. I brought up something fun, and you're kind of ruined. Like, no, it's a pure sport.
Well, we're just
not
asking
start
questions, Gareth.
Well, yeah, but I think it's time to move on. So, what is someone else's search history? Because I'm not even going to do this anymore.
That's not how this works, Gareth.
No, it
Tell
does.
me.
No, what's something overrated? Since I'm sure you have opinions on that as well.
How many high heels do you own?
This part of the show.
Okay, fine.
What's something underrated, Gareth? This
is
is a fucking disaster.
I don't need you to fucking tell me that, Blake.
I'm sorry.
You're fucking humiliating me in front of Gareth.
Pause the recording.
All right, pause. Hold on. Let's restart the recording.
And we're back.
We're back. Gareth, what's
welcome
something
back to iHeart Radio 93.3.
Damn it, Blake. Let me ask the questions. I don't get to host all the
You
time.
didn't give me any guidelines.
Okay,
before
fine.
this.
You get to do this one. You get to ask this one. Go.
Welcome back, everybody. We are listening to Overrated, Underrated on the iHeartMedia Studio Network.
We're having a hell of a time.
We are kooky and we are crazy.
Oh.
Pam Bondi's doing something over there. Lord knows what it is.
Let her cook.
The chef is in. Gareth, what is something overrated? Honk, honk.
Hello. Pardon me. I'm going to say it, and I still like to drink, but it feels like as a society, we've really started to slow down on drinking.
Yeah.
I'm now finally, I think alcohol's overrated. Every time I drink, I'm like, it might be age, but like certain things just kind of come in and out of society. There's some things you have to force.
Yeah.
But then there are some of the things that just sort of flow in and out. Like, and it feels like alcohol's a little on the way out. And I had a couple drinks on Saturday and I was like, every time I do it now, I'm like, do I enjoy this?
Yeah. Like, or sometimes it's like, oh, it's this ritual that we like partake in culturally. And I'm like, I'm literally just going through the motions of swallowing alcohol. And I'm like, I don't know if I want this actually.
It's really weird when you are like, when you actually go like, this is just like a fun poison,
weird.
And it's like, I get it. It's not that I'm done doing it, but on the level where I used to, I look back and I'm like, what was my plan?
Yeah. Yeah. We were just talking about that. Like,
you don't drink, right, Blake?
No, I actually love it so much.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay.
But I'm in a similar way where I've now, because I can still tolerate it well. I also drink way less, where now it's like, oh, what's the least amount of alcohol in the drink that I could have? And now it's like, oh, I'll have a regular drink and I'll have an NA drink and then I'll have another. Like, so now it is just weaning off, I think. Age is part of it. And then also having things to do, where it's like, am I going to pay for an Uber? Like, especially in LA, like if, when I lived there, it's like $70.
$60 to go up the street.
It's nuts.
No,
it's not
I'm
worth
driving
it.
drunk. You fucking kidding me?
No, that wasn't the story.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I'm driving
As a matter
freaking
of
drunk.
fact, I'm going to start an Uber and I only drive it drunk. I'm going to make profits from drunk driving. How about that?
I'm firing up the Uber. Watch this.
Who knows tech?
Where you want to go? I'm not going to that part of town. We're going home. What?
We're going to Jack in the Box.
You have the jalapeno poppers. They're underrated. Under-friggin' rated, the poppers at Jack in the Box, I'm telling you.
I forget there's a guy in the back. Scares the shit out of me every single fucking time.
If there was if Uber, like when you're ordering it, it's $80 to go like 12 miles, and then they're like, oh, you can do Uber drunk, and it's $41, I'd be like, let's see how bad this guy is.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not proud of it, but I've been in the car with drunk drivers many times in my youth. And like, there were times when I've been like, you know what? I can't take this ride.
Yeah. I'm getting out.
And I don't know if that makes probably a better person to be like, and I have to take your keys. But I was like, off you go. Won't be on this one.
To take your keys with a drunk person, they make that seem like a way easier debate to be like, give me your keys. It's like, it's not like that. The guy's not like, cool. The guy's like, fuck you talking about?
Yeah. The other version I remember when we take keys was someone would be like so passed out, like you could just take them out of their pocket while they were talking. And they're like, where'd my keys go? And you're like, I don't fucking know, man. He's like, shit, dude. I got to look for him. I'm like, why don't you take a seat on the couch, man? We'll find them in the fucking 3 days from now when you wake up.
Here they are.
Oh, thank you.
I was so fucked up, I couldn't even find my keys. They were on me.
I missed my kid's baptism again. This was the third time we had scheduled because I've been fucking it up so bad.
I have the most religious kid who keeps getting baptized over and over
Jesus freak. God.
Lunatic.
Weirdo.
Yeah. The other thing is too, like, fuck it, the hangover. As I just get older, like my body just can't do it anymore.
Well, you know what? I got one of these fucking Oura rings too, and I don't know. Apparently, like the Department of Defense is tracking my healthcare and stuff. Whatever. It's all over anyway. So who gives a shit? But alcohol in your system, sleep. It's so dramatically worse.
Oh, with your like heart rate being all elevated
like
and shit.
You wake up and your little app's just like, "Are you okay? Call your dad." You know?
Yeah.
What?
Well, how'd you know I dreamed about him?
Yeah. Whereas like sober sleep becomes the drug the older you get. You're like, I slept so much last night. You're like,
I slept 8 hours.
You
Am
don't
I a
even
drug addict?
know.
I don't know.
Yeah. What did I do?
Gareth, what is something you think is underrated?
I travel so much, and the maids in hotels are underrated. I always, the way that they have to operate their lives, the way the nightmares of what they walk into, and then the fact that I stayed at a Hampton Inn recently.
Ooh,
Hampton Inn.
Oh. Yeah.
Shithole. Not shithole, but like that's my basement really for whatever. And they had folded towel swans.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I was like, someone needs to alert the staff.
AI. Yeah. That's AI.
It was AI.
Yeah.
It was AI.
Yeah.
It was Sims. But I don't know. I always am like, that job seems fucking horrendous.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
I mean,
Well,
imagine what they see.
and-
Like, you've left I always leave a very good tip, which used to be my way of saying, don't tell people I smoked weed in here. But
Yeah.
now I don't even smoke weed and I still leave the tip. And
And
it's
it
just
says,
my
"Sorry
way
about
of
the
being
pee
like,
stains."
yeah, there's some pee on the floor.
Yeah.
I didn't know where it was in the night. There's Fritos in the bed.
Yeah.
I'm a monster. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry for what I do.
Yeah, I think the pandemic's made it a lot harder. Like, I even tip more now because they've done this thing where it's like, to be more like eco-conscious, put this up and no one comes in. Then I'm like, that's actually that's like when people generate their tips too, is to go and do housekeeping. And I get if you don't want them in there. Like, I'm also, when I go to a place, I have all my shit all over the floor and I don't ever want someone to like see that. And I'm like,
no,
trust me, you don't. No need to come in here. But I do leave a tip as if they, like try and give them like $5 a day or something like that.
Well, because you've accrued like the 5 days worth of filth over that time. I love the way they put that on the hotel where they're like, we want to like save Earth. So don't make us do as much laundry. You're like,
yeah.
For sure.
No, we want to cut our employees' hours, actually, is what we want to do.
Yeah, that's what
exactly.
it feels like.
Yeah.
Also, and like, trust me, when they come in here, there's a lot of Raisin Cane's empties in here. Okay.
Good for you.
Yeah.
The Canes were raised.
I'm a caniac, bro. What can I say?
I was in a hotel, and I wish every hotel did this, where they had a QR code so you could tip on the app, digital, like so you didn't have to have cash on you. Because I think that's like, I will plan my trip around tipping.
Remember
go out, get cash. I will clean the place like I work there.
I do too.
Yeah, it's
There's
crazy.
definitely a scrub that goes on.
I just had that. Remember when we met up in Jersey, like in the fall, Blake, when I was out there?
The best day of my life.
And that hotel I was at, that was the first time I saw the QR code for tipping. I was like, this is great, because usually I'm like being like, before checkout, I have to like jog up the street to an ATM or something to get cash. Because I don't like the karma. As somebody who like had a job where you got tipped out, like, when you do that, you have a deeper appreciation for people who get tips, and you want to fucking.
I do fully believe in the karma too. I think it is.
Yeah.
It's a full on. You have to do it.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Damn, a fucking swan at a Hampton Inn?
Also, the folding of the toilet paper. It's a whole. Like, what are they?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Have you ever done that I did that once before a date came over.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
And what are we going for here? I've never used it.
Yeah, well, no.
I don't wipe with that.
This is new.
I thought it would excuse the fact that I hadn't cleaned the sink in like 7 months. And I'm like, well, if I fold the end of the toilet paper roll into a triangle, maybe they won't put
Throw
together
her off
that
the
I'm...
scent.
Yeah. Like the literal scent.
Literally.
That's not black mold.
Yeah.
Your
It's
toilet's
It's a white
clogged,
swan.
and there's mold. Did you see the triangle? That looks new. I think that's new. I think that might be new.
Have you been here before? Because I don't
Whoa.
think this was there last time.
I know
about
about new. Whoa. Smells horrible in here. I don't think anyone's used this before us. Whoa. I think that might be new.
Whoa.
What the
hey.
fuck? Get in here, lady. You don't even know their name yet.
Yeah.
Look how new this is.
This looks like halfway used, but there's no way.
This
There's
thing
no
is
way.
screaming, be our guest. No Lumiere from
That
Beauty
thing's
and the
pretty
Beast.
new. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway.
Would love to talk to the owner, but this looks fresh.
Yeah, those are a bunch of
real
my
fresh.
pubes on the shower wall. Yeah.
Oh, look at this, huh? Whoa. I wonder what this bathroom costs. Must be
Boy.
pretty nice.
Don't you live here? Didn't you say your rent was like $650 a month?
I'll tell you what, I'm not even ready to answer a lot of those, but check. Oh, shit.
Oh,
this guy
my.
deserves his dick in something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is fucking brand spanking new.
The toilet
Whoa.
paper's folded in a triangle. I really fucking thought that was... God, that is...
Do you mind if I bring it to dinner with us? It's just
Yeah,
so
crazy.
new.
Then wake her up. Did you use this?
Hey,
This is square now.
How did you get into my apartment?
Last night, this was new. I had a
Now
great time, by the way. But this...
now it's ruined.
I noticed you took a long time to reply to the text. I just want to make sure your phone didn't die and you had it plugged in.
I have something I need to tell you. That roll had been used. In order to make it appear new, I folded it into a triangle. I
you
was
should've
embarrassed about pooping.
I knew you'd figure it out when you realized how close we were to the cardboard center.
It became pretty apparent from our dinner conversation that you had realized that role was not new. And I continued to keep the ruse up throughout the meal. And that was where I misstepped.
In retrospect, a mistake. What is it, Andrew Cuomo?
It had been used before.
I'm sorry for raising my voice in the dinner.
I am not a yeller. Back there.
I shouldn't have made you pay.
Sorry, I was watching Serpico. It kind of gets in me when I watch Serpico because he likes to scream. You know what I mean?
I'm a sponge. What can I say?
All right. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back and maybe we'll talk about the news. I don't even fucking know anymore. We'll be right back.
I'm Jorge Ramos.
And I'm Paola Ramos.
Together we're launching The Moment, a new podcast about what it means to live through a time as uncertain as this one.
We sit down with politicians.
I would be the first immigrant mayor in generations, but 40% of New Yorkers were born outside of this country.
Artists and activists. I mean, do you ever feel demoralized?
I might personally lose hope. This individual might lose the faith, but there's an institution that doesn't lose faith. And that's what I've believed in.
To bring you depth and analysis from a unique Latino perspective.
There's not a single day that Paola and I don't call or text each other, sharing news and thoughts about what's happening in the country. This new podcast will be a way to make that ongoing intergenerational conversation public.
Listen to The Moment with Jorge Ramos and Paola Ramos as part of the My Cultura podcast network on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
When news broke earlier this year that baby KJ, a newborn in Philadelphia, had successfully received the world's first personalized gene editing treatment, it represented a milestone for both researchers and patients. But there's a gripping tale of discovery behind this accomplishment and its creators. I'm Evan Ratliff, and together with biographer Walter Isaacson, we're delving into the story of Nobel Prize winner Jennifer Doudna, the woman who's helped change the trajectory of humanity. Listen to On CRISPR, the story of Jennifer Doudna with Walter Isaacson on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
My name is Ed. Everyone say hello, Ed. I'm from a very rural background myself. My dad is a farmer, and my mum is a cousin, so, it's not,
What do you get when a true crime producer walks into a comedy club? I know it sounds like the start of a bad joke, but that really was my reality 9 years ago.
I just normally do straight stand-up, but this is a bit different.
On stage stood a comedian with a story that no one expected to hear.
On the 22nd of July 2015, a 23-year-old man had killed his family. And then he came to my house.
So what do you get when a true crime producer walks into a comedy club? A new podcast called Wisecrack, where stand-up comedy and murder take center stage. Available now. Listen to Wisecrack on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is a tape-recorded statement. The person being interviewed is Krista Gale Pike. This is in regards to the death of a Colleen Slimmer.
She just started going off on me, but I hit her. I just hit her and hit her and hit her and hit her.
On a cold January day in 1995, 18-year-old Krista Pike killed 19-year-old Colleen Slemmer in the woods of Knoxville, Tennessee. Since her conviction, Krista has been sitting on death row.
The state has asked for an execution date for Krista.
We let people languish in prison for decades, raising questions about who we consider fundamentally unrestorable. How does someone prove that they deserve to live?
We are starting the recording now. Please state your first and last name.
Krista Pike.
Listen to Unrestorable Season 2, Proof of Life, on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
And we're back. So there's a new ad campaign hitting the friggin' airwaves from a group called Make America Fentanyl Free. And apparently this comes from
math.
Math. Quick. It's maths, I believe, too, is how you say that.
Fentanyl free.
Yeah, make America fentanyl free. Apparently, after the 2024 election, Trump had an idea. He's like, I want to do something about fentanyl. And because the only language he knows is sensational television, it was going to come in the form of these scare ads that are really more confusing. Like, when I see them, I'm like, wait, what is fentanyl?
Do you feel like you're on fentanyl when you watch it?
No, because then I would have been nodding off and dissociating probably as more than just like the abject confusion I was experiencing while being very
fentanyl,
coherent.
by the way. I mean, I know you're pushing back, but that's
I'm not a drug guy. I
would.
wouldn't know what you guys are talking about.
The fentanyl's great, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, they had them in the patches back then.
Yeah.
The lollipops. The lollipops, man. Oh,
patches.
freaking lollipops. I had a classmate in high school who's like would raid his parents' like drug cabinet, and that was my entry point into trying every prescription drug under the sun. And that was it's 2002, and I had my first fentanyl lollipop.
Oh,
yeah, was a bad AP European history lecture.
America's
from that point.
Awesome in so many ways.
And
we really are just like it's a.
We have
dreamland.
loose death chemicals in every bathroom.
Like it's shocking. We have buildings.
I know.
It's like shocking.
Yeah, truly. You can get this shit literally anywhere. But anyway, these ads have now hit the airwaves in markets like West Virginia, DC, and Philadelphia. And let's just check one of these out. This first one is called, there's not even a title. Like, they're all just called makeamericafentanylfree.com.
No need for a title.
This one, I believe, is one where a guy becomes some kind of spooky blue-skinned ghost because fentanyl.
I got hooked on fentanyl.
It's a white guy.
Yeah.
Look in the mirror.
Whoa.
First, my teeth started to rot.
God, he looks
Then
like
my
shit.
skin turned blue.
Okay. Your skin turns blue when you do fentanyl?
Yeah, that's why the side effects are Smurf.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to get smurfed.
Yeah. He shouldn't have bought his Fent from Gargamel.
I started to age very rapidly. I lost my hair.
He looks like Trump.
And every friend. And I will only be remembered as that drug user.
Oh my God.
Take fentanyl. Because if you do, you'll be dead. Like me.
Oh my God.
Join President Trump's fight
Oh my
to end
fucking
the
God.
fentanyl crisis.
He just activated ghost fucking protocols on our asses right there. He said, you'll be dead like me.
And then he disappeared. Yeah.
Because he's dead.
He's
like him.
So many more questions. Like, I searched fentanyl hair loss and nothing came up. It was more like about how drug abuse can impact your hair on some level. Like, it can be found, but not a thing where it's like, here are the things that fentanyl does. Your hair comes out. You have blue skin. I've only read that in relation to like an overdose or something. But this one wants you to think like your hair gonna fall out, your teeth turn into fucking caramels, and then your skin blue and you die.
It's very funny that in this day and age, the reason to not do things is what it externally does to you versus internally.
Right.
Like, none of that is about organ failure or lifespan shortening or any actual thing that would ruin. I mean, the guy died, obviously. We never really had time to get into that. But it's just teeth, skin, hair, friends.
Right.
And the friends probably stopped because they're like, we can't get laid with Barry.
Yeah. Do you want to look like a 3? Then
Yeah.
I didn't think so.
I became a 3.
Yeah, I became a 3. A blue
Make
3.
America 3 free.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
We want to be
Freedom.
3 of the 3s. Freedom. Great show. Okay. I think they heard you on that point about what it does to you, because here's another one. They had a 1 minute long ad. I couldn't bear to get through the whole thing. I mean, I did watch it, but I won't subject you to the full minute. But
That's Josh Blue?
Here's the last 20 seconds where they show the last, like they show 3 people. The first one, I think, was a girl who smoked weed at a club and it had fentanyl.
She's done for.
Yeah. No, they're all dead. The thing about these commercials, because Trump's whole thing was he wanted ghosts. He wanted basically the voices of the dead, like some fucking weird, what's that Charles Dickens thing, Christmas Carol type shit to happen, where it's like, there's something about when a ghost talks to you that it really.
Marley was on fentanyl.
And Marley.
He lost Jacob. Jacob wouldn't hang out with him because he was ugly.
That was
fentanyl.
I do give it up to Tiny Tim, though. He had that injury, and he didn't touch the fentanyl, despite
If
having
Trump's
the little crush.
skin was a little bluer and his hair fell out a little more, he might look normal.
Correct. I think that would offset the penalties of
Might
his
help
body.
a little bit.
Yeah. Here's the last 20 seconds of the one where I think this guy's trying to get a little bit more into the health rather than you just will look like shit approach.
I was immediately addicted to fentanyl, exactly like the drug dealers wanted. My skin turned blue. I aged rapidly.
Okay, maybe not.
No, he said my organs
this seems pretty
painfully
similar.
deteriorated. But again, they're leading with my
Yeah.
skin.
My blood.
Bluing is like, okay. Is that, what?
I mean, bluing is for doing laundry with your whites. Okay,
Yeah.
if your whites are
Bluing.
looking dingy, add bluing to your laundry.
I turned blue.
Yeah, I shouldn't have
Like
gone on that tour of that chocolate factory
I was
and
just going to
ate
say,
that
it's
candy.
so Wonka.
Yeah, this is the most Wonka coded shit. Okay, one more time from the top.
I aged rapidly. My organs painfully deteriorated. Then I died. Alone.
Fentanyl kills.
Damn.
Join President Trump's fight to end the fentanyl crisis.
Wow.
Why does it have to be Trump? Like, can't you just be like, we're trying to stop this
No.
if we're trying to stop it?
He's
It's
the only one.
branding.
It's
I
because
know.
his idea, and I think, again, he's obsessed with cable news and commercials.
Well,
And
you said the other day 340 million Americans died from like
Oh,
drug
yeah,
overdoses
last year. Last year. No, 300.
300,
Leaving
whatever.
this,
40,
exactly.
yeah, the
We're the
remaining
lucky
40 million.
We are the
Who
remaining
are just
40
blue
million.
and waiting to die.
Yeah. Oh, my tooth. Oh, my hair.
Hairless, blue,
Hairless,
and ugly.
blue,
Yeah.
toothless, threes.
Yeah. Just handy
Friendless.
Smurfs.
We used to be
Yeah.
a nation of sixes.
Yeah.
Now a nation of
Not
threes
anymore.
due to the scourge of fentanyl.
I wouldn't even fuck anyone.
Yeah. But like now, like, so it's a dark money group. So we don't know where the money like is actually coming from, but we know it's obviously aligned with Trump because he's the one who even dictated these commercials happen and his like team is working on them. But they're spending millions to like hammer home Trump's message. You know, they like essentially they have to, it's like twofold, right? Like you got to keep the fentanyl panic going because that helps justify like increased police activity or like blowing up people in boats because they have, you know what I mean? Like, or saying like, we're in a crisis with our borders because the fentanyl. And also it creates the optics that he's actually doing something because he has a commercial and like, oh, did you see that? I think
He's fighting for it. Yep.
Yeah.
No, it's
100%.
amazing because most the most fentanyl is from like ports. It's like legally shipped into this country. So this again, not that reality has any connection to action, obviously, but it is just it's just all invented boogeymen and
you need that.
You know, the thing I was thinking about because obviously they're trying to tie everything to like this trans shooting nightmare, which God, it's just enough with the shooting from the trans people. I mean, it's been 5 already over 6,000 shootings, but it that men competing in women's sports really got this sort of brainworm cooking for people so that now you're hoping you can make the shift into the, you know, it's just reality being the starter never mattered. And then of course you go to, you know, Wonka Town by the end.
Yeah, you just need loose threads to kind of connect. And you're like, and that's logical and correlation is causation. And that's all you need to know. But the thing is, fentanyl deaths have been declining pretty rapidly for the last 2 years, which is great.
Matter.
And it's more to do with like better
the past year is what matters.
Yeah, it's better. It's like more to do with like better, just like education for people, like parents of like people who have overdosed and like family members like becoming like getting into activism and like shit like Narcan.
Yeah.
But you know, like the thing is like, again, this is what's so funny is like Trump just thinks of like a drug, like a wave of drug addicts or a drug addiction to be like, okay, and you can stop that by going, don't do that. You're going to turn blue. And that's how you scare them off of it rather than like actually like addressing drug addiction, you know, like, That's how you get people off drugs. Is like you make it easy for people to get treatment also.
It's like we have people living on the streets. We should just euthanize them.
Yeah, as Brian Kilmeade
He's
said,
not
yes.
a root cause guy.
Yeah, it's just I got to clean up Park Avenue.
Yeah. Right. He's more of like, somebody brush this dandruff off my shoulders. I need a better dandruff brush for my
I
for my
mowed the
coats.
lawn and the grass keeps growing back.
Yeah.
Every now and then you hear like a seed of a plan where you go, oh, real? Like there are like, there's talk of mental health care and all this stuff, but it's just, it never actually comes to any kind of fruition.
No,
it goes off the fucking rails.
Yeah.
It goes in a direction you can't even imagine.
Yeah,
it going.
he says it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the attorney, I don't know I don't even know how to fucking segue into this. Pam Bondi?
Speaking of hell.
Speaking of hell, hey, let's float on the river Styx a little bit more, shall we? And really check it all out. Because Pam Bondi is now like, because of people who aren't doing like glowing eulogies of Charlie Kirk, she's now taking that to be hate speech. Basically, is like the new take from the regime. I'm just gonna play this clip where she kind of lays out her tortured logic here as to why. I don't know. I mean, like, well, just listen to the Attorney General.
There's free speech and then there's hate speech. And there is no place, especially now, especially after what happened to Charlie in our society.
Do you see more?
This is Stephen Miller's wife.
I was just going to say,
yeah. This is Stephen Miller's wife's podcast. Which
what a great conversation we're about to sit fireside by.
Look how big her note card is. You know what I mean? It's like, it's because it's like,
there's a lot of great thoughts on there.
Yeah. All of the words she's saying for the entire podcast are on the card.
It's
a hate menu.
Well, it's the swastika logos take up half the card.
Yeah. But at least they're in the corners, so it is aesthetic.
True. No, it is nice.
Go on
in the center, and
yeah.
Go on, Katie.
Law enforcement going after these groups who are using hate speech and
she's
putting
asking if
cuffs
law
on
enforcement
people,
are going to
so
be
we show them that
arresting
some
people.
action is better than no action.
We will absolutely target you, go after you if you are targeting anyone with hate speech.
Wait, hold on.
Anyone?
Hold on. Hold on. What's that? What's that?
You, if you are targeting anyone with hate speech, anything, and that's
Anyone?
Nice sound.
Anyone? Anyone? This quote.
Well, whites.
This is so funny. This quote, like,
guys,
fucking riled up the right just from Pam Bondi because they already hate her because woman.
Epstein as well.
But like, I think, like, first of all, for starters, I think most of us in the U.S. know by now, especially after the last decade, that hate speech is protected under the First Amendment. That's why they go around doing this shit in public.
Yeah.
Right? Just so you know, that is. So when you go, there's free speech and there's hate speech. Well, according
what
to
Charlie Kirk did was free speech. What you're saying about Charlie Kirk is hate speech.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
There's not even a legal definition for it. Well, you know, that's for me to figure out as AG.
I'm on a podcast. What do you want?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean to do? Like, say facts? Liberals, like, obviously pointing out that this is just like illegal intimidation and the AG should probably know the laws of the land. But again, like I said, the right, like, they're they're like calling her a moron because they know better than anyone that hate speech is their favorite form of free speech. Yeah. And it was wild to see like conservative, like Twitter fucking influencers on the right be like quote tweeting this thing and be like, just so you know, this is a slippery slope. This can be weaponized against us. Like when you say that, I'm like, wow,
we keep like finding ourselves, like I keep going like, now look, I loathe this lunatic alt-right guy, but that part is, yes, I agree with that part of what he's, not why, but that part is right, as you know, like they kind of keep doing that where it's like, if you watch abysmal piece of shit Nick Fuentes talk about Charlie Kirk, you're like, kind of, yeah.
Huh.
Kind of, yeah.
Siri, search Groiper Wars.
Yeah. So, and they keep doing this, like, and they very clearly don't have a grasp of the law. Not even that the law is effective for us anyway, but they are now saying these quiet parts out loud more and more.
Oh, yeah.
And it just shows you the level of confidence that they have to be idiots. I mean, Kash Patel right now too, like
he's getting grilled
as he should. I mean, he fucking I'm gonna start a GoFundMe to get him eyelids. He just looks so gone.
Yeah,
they can't even fake it.
I know,
it's
his
crazy.
face is permanently set to "I'm so out of my depth right now," and I'm panicking.
Mm-hmm. This is what happens when you have the dumbest guy in the world appointing people to positions based off no
loyalty,
credibility, or anything whatsoever. And he didn't even do it. Like the first term that fucking moron had, at least some of them had some, like they're morons, but had some sort of background. Now it's just RFK.
Well, he learned. He learned that first time. He's like, they like to fucking like uphold norms and shit.
Well,
I need to
fire these guys.
Yeah,
right.
Rex Tillerson, you were like, yeah, I agree with this oil magnate.
Yeah, right. He has a chevron tattoo on his neck.
Yeah,
I love it. He has one of those cool. It's right behind his ear. It's really cool.
Barging in charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but she really, I think they are also still very sore over the Epstein thing, which again is another thing that draws us, we're strange bedfellows when we're all going like
Epstein files now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah. I mean,
I agree with this Patriot Front guy.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. There's times where I'm like, yeah.
I've been waiting. I'm like, when is she going to drop the act? You know what I mean? I'm like,
yeah.
This has to be in service of some other thing. Like you must have some ulterior motive. And like even Nancy Mace. I mean, Nancy Mace has already revealed herself to be very duplicitous because she was already like talking shit about the Epstein survivors after she walked out of that meeting in tears. But like with Marjorie Taylor Greene, like it's starting to actually affect her, like strain her relationship with the White House. But I'm like, are you that hopped up on the Facebook memes that you're about it? I don't know.
It's very hard to be able to detect it, and you have to be suspicious. But there are times where you are just like, insider stock trading and pedophilia. If there's Israel, they're all starting to be like things where you're like, we're kind of
So,
same
but sometimes
page in a little.
I think with like the anti-Israel stuff, there are a lot of people who get into it from the absolute opposite end of the spectrum. They're like, "What'd you say?"
It's like
Jewish people, and you're like, whoa.
You're like, yeah, we should stop funding Israelis because the Jews are, and you're like,
pull up, pull up. Pull up. Cockpit warning.
Oh, shit.
Pull up. So yeah, that's where we're at. But again, so like after this backlash, Pam Bondi like had to clarify. She's like, look, according to this quote, you cannot call for someone's murder. You cannot swat a member of Congress. You cannot dox a conservative family and think it will be brushed off as, quote, free speech. These acts are punishable crimes, and every single threat will be met with the full force of the law. This inspired many people on Twitter to just be like, hey, okay, based on what you just said about like calling for someone's murder or like doxing people or attacking members of Congress, how do these statements add up according to this new sort of perspective you have? Like, quote, we have to beat the hell out of the radical left lunatics, Donald Trump. Quote, just kill them, Brian Kilmeade. Quote, we should be posting protesters' exact names and addresses online. Dox the people, Greg Gutfeld. They are at war with us. We're going to avenge Charlie Kirk's death, Jesse Waters. I think she'll be like, I don't know. She's like, that's
not hate. That's dislike speech.
Yeah.
That's
protecting
mm-hmm.
Charlie Kirk, who practiced
there's
free
hate speech, and then
free
there's just
speech.
like thumbs down speech, where you just kind of don't like a thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're a hater, that's
we
hate
also
speech.
like have been trying to find the line on, when you are endangering the lives of people who need representation. Like we've been talking about that for ages, and they have been, there is no gray area. You can say whatever the fuck you want. I mean, that is we right now are kind of legislating the world that they dragged us into. Mm-hmm. And then having to go, well, yeah, we've been saying a lot of this stuff, that there are difficult conversations. Like, I think with the Charlie Kirk thing, it's just weird to see him upset about a shooting. It's like, we're not used to you actually being pissed about a fucking shooting. So we're trying to figure out how to tell you that this is inconsistent with what you've been saying.
Well, I think
for
that's
fucking
the
40
hard
years.
part is because they're not interested in anything that's like logical or, intellectually sound. It's purely like this desire for them to have absolute power culturally and like governmentally and dominate just the country with their viewpoint. So they use the language as if they are into democracy, but everything they do and say is completely antithetical to that. And I think that's what the Democrats are up against. They think they're playing against somebody who's like, well, we have rules, right? It's like, no, they're just trying to squeeze the air out of the country. That's what they're trying to do. So there's no air
repercussions. Like they're babies. So it's like a spanking where, like obviously the Charlie Kirk thing's one thing, but even before that with quote unquote cancel culture, it's like, oh, I was canceled. It's like, yeah, because you were at a job and you used a racial slur. Like you're not allowed to do that. Like they don't like rules. They don't like repercussions. And then when the rules don't suit them, then and also when, like Bondi was like, oh, hey, actually you can't do hate speech. Like Garrett said, it's like, oh, well, now we're all on the same.
Yeah, hold on. Some things do. I mean, we do need some form of free speech.
Wait, so what is hate speech then? Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's whatever they would hate to hear someone call them.
Yes,
is how that works, and I think that's really instructive in this like new era we're in, because like if that's how they're playing, then you have to also play that game. Like they're not here to like compromise in any way. And I think a lot of the stuff going in the opposition sense, you have to understand that you're up against someone who's not willing to compromise at all.
Mm-hmm. We have been playing their version of the game for I mean, fighting against it, but you can't. You cannot physically be like, we are going to take guns out of our society, because again, we rue in the fucking world that you created. So, and then they are now trying to fight this version of this, and again, they want to do it in the way that is illegal, that is immoral, all that stuff. But I lose faith every 2 months in everything over again. Mm-hmm. And
where are we at in that cycle, by the way? Are we getting close to
there is no bottom, but this shooting being connected to trans people is another bottom where I go, how? I wouldn't even know where to start arguing that, really, because if you're engaging in that person, you can't logic your way out of that.
No, they're just being like, I just need to hear the buzzwords thrown out to justify my hatred for the group. And it doesn't matter if it's true or not, but that's just how they're conditioned to perceive the world. And that's why they're so easily, they're malleable.
Yeah.
And be like, no, now let's foment hate over here. And just because I'm going to say this thing and this other thing, that's all you need to say to each other to justify your hatred.
It was a trans person.
Yeah.
It's a person they've never fucking met, by the way. None of these people have ever been around a trans person. Like, and it's hatred for the sake of hatred.
I think the white men, people, they really always operate as the minority that's under attack. And you really are always shocked at how they can keep finding ways to do it. Yeah. I mean, if you look at the structure of power in this country right now, how you could be like, it's all right.
Everyone's
white
against
people
us.
Are in the crosshair. It's crazy. It's like, that's why you're like, I don't even know how to have the argument.
But that's how you keep that sort of like white supremacist ideology alive, is because if it's always at stake, and you're always in the crosshairs, and you're so marginalized, and you're a constant
you gotta put
victim.
A fucking flag on your car.
Yeah. And there were people in fucking like Huntington Beach or somewhere. I saw.
Yeah, it was Huntington Beach.
Yeah, a bunch of fucking Nazis out there.
I mean, imagine walking through Huntington Beach being like, give whites rights.
Yeah. Like, what?
Where the fuck do you live?
Have you been here?
You just protested by 6 froyo places.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, also, have you looked around? Like, fucking people of color don't want to go to Huntington Beach.
No, you've got your little place. Stay there. Yeah. What are you marching for?
Jesus Christ. Anyway, so great country we've got here. Let's take a quick break.
Really good.
And we'll be right back.
I'm Jorge Ramos.
And I'm Paola Ramos.
Together we're launching The Moment, a new podcast about what it means to live through a time as uncertain as this one.
We sit down with politicians.
I would be the first immigrant mayor in generations, but 40% of New Yorkers were born outside of this country.
Artists and activists. Do you ever feel demoralized?
I might personally lose hope. This individual might lose the faith, but there's an institution that doesn't lose faith. And that's what I've believed in.
To bring you depth and analysis from a unique Latino perspective.
There's not a single day that Paola and I don't call or text each other, sharing news and thoughts about what's happening in the country. This new podcast will be a way to make that ongoing intergenerational conversation public.
Listen to The Moment with Jorge Ramos and Paola Ramos as part of the My Cultura podcast network on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
When news broke earlier this year that baby KJ, a newborn in Philadelphia, had successfully received the world's first personalized gene editing treatment, it represented a milestone for both researchers and patients. But there's a gripping tale of discovery behind this accomplishment and its creators. I'm Evan Ratliff, and together with biographer Walter Isaacson, we're delving into the story of Nobel Prize winner Jennifer Doudna, the woman who's helped change the trajectory of humanity. Listen to On CRISPR, the story of Jennifer Doudna with Walter Isaacson on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
My name is Ed. Everyone say hello, Ed. I'm from a very rural background myself. My dad is a farmer, and my mum is a cousin, so it's not like...
What do you get when a true crime producer walks into a comedy club? I know it sounds like the start of a bad joke, but that really was my reality 9 years ago.
I just normally do straight stand-up, but this is a bit different.
On stage stood a comedian with a story that no one expected to hear.
On the 22nd of July 2015, a 23-year-old man had killed his family. And then he came to my house.
So what do you get when a true crime producer walks into a comedy club? A new podcast called Wisecrack, where stand-up comedy and murder take center stage. Available now. Listen to Wisecrack on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is a tape-recorded statement. The person being interviewed is Krista Gale Pike. This is in regards to the death of a choline slimmer.
She just started going off on me, but I hit her. And I just hit her and hit her and hit her and hit her.
On a cold January day in 1995, 18-year-old Krista Pike killed 19-year-old Colleen Slemmer in the woods of Knoxville, Tennessee. Since her conviction, Krista has been sitting on death row.
The state has asked for an execution date for Krista.
We let people languish in prison for decades, raising questions about who we consider fundamentally unrestorable. How does someone prove that they deserve to live?
We are starting the recording now. Please state your first and last name.
Krista Pike.
Listen to Unrestorable Season 2, Proof of Life, on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
He's just a nice guy, it's completely out of his...
He's weak.
He's out of his depth.
Weak.
He's blue.
He's blue. He's a fentanyl
He's what we call a big blue pussy.
He's blue. He's a blue 2. He's a 2.
We got, you got nothing but gums. Your skin's that of a Smurf. We call you Blue 2.
Nothing but gums.
You're nothing but gums. You're a Blue 2.
Big Bluetooth, they call it.
Get him away from me. He's blue.
Get him out.
He's a blue.
Get him out.
Get him out. Leave Blue.
I don't like fart jokes. Blue comedy also gone.
That Steve Bannon's looking a little blue lately. He's looking kind of blue.
Great Miles Davis album. Terrible description of a person. You don't want to be kind of blue. All right.
He loves Miles Davis.
He loves
now Miles understood.
Okay.
He knew.
He was a white man. Not a lot of people know that Miles Davis was actually
white. He was a black
white
man from Alton, Illinois. Actually.
He was a white man.
He was a white man.
He was a white. He was
That's why
very
he had
white.
those pugilist skills like a white man would. That's why he punched everybody.
They never heard it. You've never seen him talk on camera. The guy they presented is not Miles Davis.
That's AI, folks.
AI.
The radical left wants you to believe Miles Davis was a black.
He's a white.
His immigrant father, Kilometers Davis.
Yeah, they changed it at Ellis Island.
They changed it.
Be very confusing. And we're back. We were supposed to talk about another story, but we just did that thing you heard right now, talking about Miles Davis being blue, kind of blue. Anyway, one last story on the way out. I don't know if you remember, like, using Google is just like so awful now with the AI overview thing that's like at the top of every single search.
And people
like,
are using it.
People fucking
some people
terrible.
probably don't know.
I mean, the other thing is that, like, if you're like when they started doing it, we talked about how they were talking about putting glue on pizzas and shit. Like, they're like, yeah, it's a great topping. Like, it just didn't know anything and was saying, like, put glue on a pizza. And then, like, up until
He's glue.
Yeah. Dabba dabba die.
He's eating a glue pizza. He was blue.
Glue, it's my glue pizza pie.
Ambassador Elmer, you've been unbelievable.
You were a great racehorse. I remember you. You almost beat Secretariat. That's like going to be a fucking Oval Office meeting where he's like talking to an Elmer's glue bottle. Yeah.
You see this adhesive? Smarty Jones.
Elmer's been amazing. Elmer, what are the job numbers? You had those.
It's just a fucking bottle on the desk.
He's putting the Congressional Medal of Freedom around the orange bar.
President
Unbelievable! You earned this.
This is great. This is a great moment for America, actually, to be recognizing the Elmer's glue bottle. I mean, this
putting
is
the glue under his eyes,
like Miss Lippy,
to keep them open.
Yeah,
like Miss Lippy.
Look, glue.
Look, glue.
This is look, glue.
Shout out that Billy Madison reference.
$40,000.
Okay, AI Google. Fuck, I don't know, man. They're getting
whatever.
This one thing is just funny that, like, in May of 2025, someone was just asking it, what's the, like, please confirm the date and the year. And it says it's 2024. It said it is May 28th, 2024. The tests are on May 29th, 2025. It's like, you can't even
fucking layup. We gave you a layup.
God. Just look around, man. Look at the upper right corner of your computer screen. Google, do something.
Journalism.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my, yeah, exactly.
No, they don't have the it's going to blow a fucking hole in our whole society how much we have let them put our destiny in the hands of their dumb AI that is fucking stupid. Like, Grok is the best one, and it was created by Musk because the amount of times that it's like, it is a genocide.
Yeah. Exactly. And then on the other side, but then Twitter is also just now like 4chan come alive with like
Twitter
all
is
this shit that you
4chan.
You're like, what the fuck? This stuff, like, you had to endeavor to see shit like this. And now it's just like, hey, this is for you.
Yeah.
No.
The for you is so funny.
But again, the other thing is also, like you were saying, like, just with those summations, the AI ones, news publishers are like, well, people don't even click on articles because they just read the fucking hallucinatory fucking summation that the AI came up with. A Pew Research Center study this year found that, quote, users was less likely to click on a link when their search resulted in an AI summary. That, I think, is like a skill people need to really develop in this age, is fucking ignore whatever the fuck the summary is. Like, remember the olden days when he like read the fucking
like when
article?
your misinformation was like the top search instead of just an AI overview.
Yeah. Is Miles Davis
Google
white?
Google was already like a fucking monopolistic nightmare. Such like, it's not like we had it good before, but
no.
For the love of God, can we not? I mean, we have scroll skills. Can you not scroll a touch more with that fucking fat muscle thumb of yours now?
It's wild too. Like, even when you look at the summary, like in the like disclaimer, it just basically says AI responses may include mistakes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know. And they said, well, this study also said, while users clicked on a link 15% of the time in response to a traditional search result, they only clicked on a link 8% of the time if an AI summary was included. So, journalism, they've had it way too good for too long anyway.
Yeah, no, we were getting really valuable information for the past 25 years.
Don't need it anymore in this post-fact era we live in.
No.
And now Penske Media, the same Penske who has those trucks.
I was going to ask.
They own Rolling Stone, Billboard, and Variety. They're suing Google because they're being like, the AI summaries, they're reducing traffic to our websites. But Google says that the AI summaries create, quote, new opportunities for content to be discovered.
Which
if
was
you haven't died
AI.
of glue,
The least human thing I've ever heard anyone fucking say.
As long as you haven't died from glue poisoning, this feature will still be available to you. So, it's just a fucking very slippery slope. And
the skid now is so fast. Like, it felt like, again, it's this clip of a slide feels, and we've been saying for 10 years, this is not sustainable to be devolving at this speed.
Yeah. It's also funny too, because like the reason the Penske empire exists is because of Roger Penske, who has been huge. I mean, he received one of those fucking presidential freedom medals from Trump. But I'm like, I wonder if like the Google people are like trying to get in good with Trump so Trump's friend doesn't sue them for all the AI shit. I don't know. It's very messy.
Well, they just had, that Monopoly suit and they won it. I mean, you see fucking Tim Cook going to the White House and presenting Donald Trump with a non-existent award. It's like.
Also the smartest move I think you could do too. You're like,
yes, without question. In the short term.
He loves this shit.
In the short term. But eventually. Exactly. And I might not even be in my lifetime, but, Tim Cook's kids are going to get the shit beaten out of them by some generation of us because of Tim Cook giving him that prize.
Does Tim Cook have kids? Let's see.
No, I don't know. I'm not suggesting
I don't think he does. No, and I'm not suggesting that
you
they do.
You would never say something like, let me speak for Gareth. You would never suggest that Tim Cook has kids. And that's something.
He's gay. He can't.
Yeah, he went to Auburn.
He's a tiger.
He's a little blue, to be honest with you. The more I look at Tim Cook, he looks a little blue.
Little blue.
He's a gluey bluey.
Oh, well.
We tried. We tried.
We tried. We
gave it a shot.
I think we did something. Gareth Reynolds, thank you so much for joining us on the Daily Zeitgeist.
Thank you for having me.
You got some shows. You got some new shows coming out.
That's hell.
How do people keep this ride going?
I just don't. Get off. It's a nightmare.
Okay.
You can follow me at Reynolds Gareth on all the bullshit. I am taping my special in Chicago on October 4th. I have a lot of dates leading up to that, kind of through the Midwest.
Nice.
You can go to GarethReynolds.com for those. And listen to Next We Have, which is my new guy. Listen to The Dollop. And also listen to We're Here to Help, which is the show I do with Jake Johnson. No, my chimp head. I gotta go.
Uh-oh. It fell over. It fell over. Gareth, where else do they find you? And is there a work of media, social media that you're liking?
I really like Katie Halper. She's a friend of mine, and I watch more and more of her on YouTube. So she's awesome. Just don't fucking just try harder to find people who are good.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Please try harder, please.
Katie Halper's great, though.
Blake, what about you?
Yeah.
Where do the people find you? Where do they follow you? And what's like some shit that you're into on the internet?
Well, I'm not one of these good people that Gareth is talking about, but if you want to stay in the lane, September 27th, that's the final date. I'm going to be there in Asheville. Those tickets are on sale right now. October 2nd through 4th, Big Diamond Comedy Festival in Arkansas, in Bantonville. And then November 7th, Boston. All those tickets are on sale. And then December 7th, I'm going to be in Chicago and just cleaning up the incredible wake of the amazing show that Gareth has done from October when he shoots
Picking up the pieces, as it were.
Yes.
Thank you.
And then at Blake Wexler on all social media, the thing that I like, Meredith Dietz, who is a very funny comedian, at Dietz.m on Instagram, had a funny post where she said, I did Subway takes and I said, I deserve to live. And he said 100% disagree and started chasing me. Both of us on all fours. I'm sending this from a moment of respite in a secret crevasse I found at 14th Street, Union Square, but I know I can't run forever. So that's her post.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah. Paul Meredith.
Beautiful folks.
Yes. Beautiful folks.
You can find me everywhere at Miles of Gray. You can find me talking 90 Day Fiance on 420 Day Fiance with Sophia Alexandra. A thing I like, Emma Roller at emmaroller.bsky.social posted, just going to pretend the flags at half-mast are for Robert Redford. Yeah, I like I said, my favorite movie, Sneakers. Okay.
Great movie.
His one, and I was telling Blake earlier, I was like, that was my entry point into knowing who Robert Redford was.
Kind of me too. Yeah, I was like, this kid's pretty good. Who is he?
92.
Who's this young jock?
Who's this kid? This kid. Remember Whistler?
Oh, dude, yes. Wow, look
that
at
is a
you.
pull.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Who was that? Who played Whistler?
I can't remember his name.
David Strathern. That's who it was. And I
yeah,
remember,
wow, way to go.
And then Sidney Poitier was also in it. And I remember that. That's when I remember my dad being like, "You should watch this. This is Sidney Poitier. Like, you should know about that." And I'm like, "Okay." See, I'm getting culture now.
He was. That was a good movie. I should rewatch that movie.
Yeah, River Phoenix is also in it too.
Yeah,
very, very.
It's a winner.
Yeah, that's before he passed away. Anyway,
I think it was after.
What do you mean?
The posthumous release.
Oh, I mean, I guess, yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, sure. I was like, how could he be in it if it was after? I'm what they call stupid.
You're blue. You're blue.
He's blue.
He's blue. My hair's already falling out. My teeth are gone, and I'm
ugly.
dead. Ghost Protocols activated. You can find us at everywhere on Twitter, Blue Sky, at Daily Zeitgeist, or at The Daily Zeitgeist on Instagram. Go to the description of the episode, okay? And you scroll down there at the bottom, you will find the footnotes. Thank you. Which is where we link off to the information we talked about in today's episode. We also are going to link off to a song that I think you are going to enjoy. We were having fun with the UK talk, weren't we? So I want to go out on this sort of garage track from Interplanetary Criminal and Travi. It's called Phone Polka. Fonpoca. It's fun. It's got rhythm. Okay. It's gonna get. Yeah. It's I think it's a banger, as they say. So you should check that out. So listen to that. The Daily Zeitgeist is a production of iHeartRadio. So for more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your shits for free. We'll see you later when we tell you what's trending. Peace.
The Daily Zeitgeist is executive produced by Catherine Long.
Co-produced by Bei Wang.
Co-produced by Victor Wright.
Co-written by J.M. McNabb.
Edited and engineered by Justin Connor.
I'm Jorge Ramos.
And I'm Paula Ramos.
Together we're launching The Moment, a new podcast about what it means to live through a time as uncertain as this one.
We sit down with politicians, artists, and activists to bring you depth and analysis from a unique Latino perspective.
The Moment is a space for the conversations we've been having as father and daughter for years.
Listen to The Moment with Jorge Ramos and Paula Ramos on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, it's Gemma Speg, host of The Psychology of Your 20s. This September at The Psychology of Your 20s, we're breaking down the very interesting ways psychology applies to real life, like why we crave external validation. I find it so interesting that we are so quick to believe others' judgments of us and not our own judgment of ourselves. So according to the study, not being liked actually creates similar pain levels as real-life physical pain. Learn more about the psychology of everyday life and, of course, your 20s this September. Listen to The Psychology of Your 20s on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, it's Honey German, and I'm back with season 2 of my podcast, Gracias, Come Again. We got you when it comes to the latest in music and entertainment with interviews with some of your favorite Latin artists and celebrities. You didn't have to audition?
No, I didn't audition. I haven't auditioned in like over 25 years.
Oh, wow. That's a real G-talk right there.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about all that's viral and trending with a little bit of chisme and a whole lot of laughs. And of course, the great vibras you've come to expect. Listen to the new season of Gracias Come Again on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Football is back. That's right. The new NFL season is here, and you should be listening to NFL Daily as we march along to Super Bowl 60. It's in the name, NFL Daily, so you'll have fresh content in your feed all season long. Join me, Greg Rosenthal, and an all-star cast of co-hosts for previews and recaps of every single game. NFL Daily will keep you up to date with everything you need to know so you can sound smarter than all your friends. Listen to NFL Daily on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is an iHeart podcast.